Good evening, Spurs fans. Andrew from AJ Aussie Spurs here. Just doing a quick review of the Man U game on the weekend. Disappointing again. It's nearly every week now. Disappointing result. But I've got to say, big shout out to the Brisbane chapter of Oz Spurs who put on a great watch along at the charming Squire in South Brisbane. Awesome venue to go and have a look at a watch along. Very close to public transport, which is great in Queensland and great in Brisbane because it's only 50 cents an hour to catch a train, so that makes it bloody awesome. And it worked out perfectly with trains and timetables, and the venue was fantastic. Just the right size room. I have to say there's probably 30 or 40 people there, which was great. Again, disappointing game, but like I've put in the thumbnail there, it was a case of men and moments, wasn't it? Like for 30 minutes of that game, the first 30 minutes, well, the first 5 were under the pump, but from 5th minute to the 30th minute, I think we were on top. Didn't create a lot of chances, but they didn't look like scoring, and we actually were playing some pretty good football. And then the 30th minute, poor old Cootie just decides to block tackle Casemiro, and just went straight through him. And and a bit like in Australia, and I know a lot of you guys who watch this are probably Australian. With the different football codes over here, there is certain people that have a reputation, and they sometimes unjustly get treated differently. And I think that's the same with Cootie. He's obviously got that firebrand reputation, and and it could be a small thing, or it could be a solid tackle, but they will look at or maintain that they look at it differently with the person doing the challenge. Like I was watching the highlights of the other games, and they were saying that there was another challenge in one of the later games that was very similar, and it only got a yellow card. So there's got to be some consistency. Tottenham may appeal if they use that evidence, if they use the later game as proof that you never know, it may get rescinded or might get downgraded. So who knows? I wonder if there's any thought of doing that. So the game in general, I talk about men and moments as I wrote on the thumbnail. I think Thomas had a chance. He had a moment there to maybe not change people's perception of him, but change maybe his thinking. Rather than bringing on Dragusin and having a change and taking off Odebear, he could have quite easily have left that team the way it was. I feel that he could have gone a 4-4-1 with Polina dropping back into the back four, and Odebear dropping back into the midfield. Because as I say, that first 30 minutes, I don't think they were going with us. There wasn't a lot of creativity, but they weren't doing too much either. And I think it could have been a turning point, and it wasn't. Wasn't long after that we conceded the goal, and you look at that, and again the goal from outside there. And I was watching the defence, and it was like they've been told to go to the penalty spot nearly. I think there was no one challenging Mbumo for the shot, and they were all standing there just trying to defend, and it went through, but there was no one actually putting pressure on the striker of the ball. And the guy that received the corner as well was just let run free. You know, you just think, oh my God, come on. we talk about our set pieces and our planning and all that sort of stuff. That was and like I think someone said in one of the things, it looked like it was in slow motion, and it was just a very sloppy goal to concede. And and as a lot of people have said, at least because we could have got done 4 or 5-0, and quite easily. But I think I didn't watch all of Frank. Did I? No, I didn't. I don't think I watched all of Frank's post game match conference, press conference. Sorry, but I think you can see that to dare is to do. I honestly think it now is to dare is to be resilient. If I heard the word resilient any more times in that press conference, I think I was going to throw something. Yes, we were, which was great. But we could have taken something from that game. We could have taken a point, I think, if we played on the front foot. And just individual errors and that elite players don't make. I try and be as positive as I can about the quality of this football team, which on its day it can be great. But they're not at that elite level where they're great 10 games in a row. They're great for one game and then drop, not so good for 3. And just simple 10-yard passes that slow down an attacking move. Like the ball will go to a foot rather than be in front of the player. It's just those small attention to detail things that just get very frustrating when you're watching this Tottenham side, because you can see it in there. There is definitely something, and that's, I guess, the benefit, if you could class it as a benefit, for Cootie getting suspended, is with my gut feel about the Champions League. At least he's going to be fresh. He's going to be fresh. You'd want to hope that he is training his ass off. So let's hope that that we get love to get 3 points at Newcastle now. With my scenario, if we get 4 points, we're safe. But West Ham didn't do us any favours by beating Burnley, I guess. And it's going to be a bite of fingernails and whatnot on Tuesday. Let's get a break after that. I guess, what is it, 12 days, I think, because we don't play on the weekend because of the FA Cup. So hopefully, I'm not sure what the injury status is. Doggy didn't look good. I think that's another hamstring. I think he'll be out for a little while. I'm not sure what the scenario is with Spence, if he's any closer to coming back. Or Porro, I wasn't sure of their length of time. Was it 4 weeks? And it's only been a couple, hasn't it? So it's going to be a very testing time for Frank's man management and time management and all that sort of stuff, and rotation, because we have to be getting a bit worried about Mickey now. Again, he'll be playing just about every game, and we're going to get to that stage again where he's going to be overplayed and he'll get you worry about his hamstrings. We just need 3 games, I reckon, 3 Premier League games out of Mickey, and then we can say, right, okay, that's it, Mickey, Champions League, that's it for you. And then see how we go. But it's just it was a frustrating watch, and you just want to hope that Newcastle game, that's it. That's going to be keep saying the turning point, or the nadir of the season. Let's make it the full on go for it, win, and then we'll get a point. Get a point in the North London derby, just to really stick it to them. That'd be great. We could have the stodgiest 0 or draw against Arsenal. That would be the best result. That would be the best result. We just play 10-0, one goalkeeper, 10 on the 18-yard line. That's it. Do your best. Do your best. But yeah, I jest. It'll be great to go up to Newcastle. I'm hoping 3 points. I really do. I think it could be a because they're not going to say flash either. I think they got beaten. They got beaten on the weekend too, quite badly, and there was talk about Eddie Howe's job being under the pump. So it might be again. What do they call it? Sack it. Yeah. Whoever loses might see you later. But yeah, okay. I think that might do. I was going to do one tomorrow, but I thought I'll do it now while I'm thinking about it. Had a few things in my head. So, all right, guys. I appreciate the support. Up to 23 subscribers. Hopefully get to 30 in the next couple of weeks. That'd be great. And I hope if you like the content, write a comment. If you got any ideas, any Aussies out there that want any Aussie content, give me a shout out. So, all right, guys, just remember, this is it. The next T-shirt is going to be the European Cup, Champions League Cup. Oh, how good would that be? All right, guys, come on, you Spurs. Let's go.